Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So you guys actually recently saw me install this this carbon fiber lip from Horizon Motorsports. This is the J style. I love this lip. I think it looks fantastic. However, after driving with it to Impact, which was about 5 hours of driving around for the last couple weeks, almost a month now actually, it's okay. I'm able to drive the car just fine, but what I realized is that it is very, very low, which I did know. I'm only 2 inches from the ground. We did the measurement in the last video when I installed it. But I realized is that it's actually prohibiting me from driving the car the way that I want it. And the way that I want it is actually driving it like an M car. I'm not going too crazy, obviously down the street and everything, but I do need to be very, very careful with a lip like this low. So unfortunately, I've decided to take it off and go back to the CS style that I had on originally. Now, if you guys have been following me, the main reason why I ended up changing lips is because I changed up the splitters because this side was yellowing. So that was my main goal. I really just wanted to change up the splitters and get some fresh new ones on there, which we did. And then I was like, you know what? I'm taking the lip off. Let's try something else. And I decided to try the J style, which again, I absolutely love. I honestly think it's one of the best looking lips. And the fitment on this is absolutely perfect. I mean, it's perfectly even with each side of the bumper. I showed you this on the other video when I installed it, and it looks really good. It went up very, very nicely to the bumper, and there was no issues at all. But however, I think it's just a little too low to be driving it the way that I like to drive my cars. So we're actually going to be removing this and swapping back over to the CS style, unfortunately. So I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to hit me up for this one, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to sell it yet, just because, I don't know, maybe one day I'll go back to it. And it's kind of nice to have a spare, even though this one is much lower than the CS style. So we're going to be swapping that over. So I figured I'd make the video since I'm out in the garage getting this done. I am also actually changing up the cabin filter as well. This is often actually overlooked in cars. People don't even realize that these are there, to be honest. These are the filters that actually filter the air that goes into the cabin of the car. So when you have the air or the heat on, these filters actually filter out all the junk that's in the air and everything. So I'm not sure when it was changed last. My car has 22,000 miles, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it. This is the OEM charcoal filter. It's pretty pricey for what it is, but it's a OEM BMW piece. I think it was around like 40 bucks or so. I'm going to leave a link below, but I'm going to show you how to do that as well. I did the cabin filter on the truck. I also did the intake and cabin filter on the Telluride. So I figured I might as well get the M3 done as well. So I figured I would show you that, get it knocked out in this video. But let's go ahead, let's jack the car up a little bit, get it on my little homemade ramp so I got some room underneath, and get the J style lip off and the CS style back on. If you can actually tell, I got some new tape on there and everything ready to go. It's cleaned off. So let's go ahead, get it ready and get this lip off. All right, so you've seen this before. We got the front lip off, super easy. I just had some double-sided tape up on here and then some self-taps, but held up pretty well. So if you look underneath, you can see where I scraped, which is just on the front of it, but fortunately it doesn't show in the actual lip. It's just underneath. So if you look, the whole entire lip goes down here, so there's a lot of clearance here, but since it kind of bumps up so far, unfortunately, the middle part right here is where you would easily scratch. So as you can see on the sides, totally fine. Sides, totally fine. It's just on the dead center of the front of it is where you scrape. So that was only a few scrapes when I first was kind of getting used to it, but otherwise, you can't see it whatsoever when it's installed on the car or anything. Just a little dirty. Got to clean it up, and we'll see what we're gonna do with it. But I'll probably end up selling it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so let's go ahead and throw this one on. Now, I cleaned up underneath the underside with some cleaner just to get it all cleaned up so the double-sided tape sticks, so it gets some extra reassurance. It doesn't really do too much, but it helps a little bit. But yeah, let's throw this one back on, and then we can get onto the cabin filter. All right, guys, so we got the CS style lip back on. It is a really nice looking lip, but look how much more ground clearance I have. It's pretty crazy. So if we get a tape measure, if you guys remember, I was 2 inches from the ground with the J style. So from here, granted the car has to settle a little bit, I am a full inch higher. So just from a pure practicality standpoint, this just works so much better. Granted, it's probably going to drop maybe another, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch or so. You know, it's definitely higher, and there's more clearance up front since it bumps in, because the other one came out and like dipped down in the front, which created that really cool look that I absolutely love. But from a practicality standpoint, I'd much rather be able to drive the car than it look good. Even though this one still looks fantastic, it fits really well. This one's a little bit more beat up underneath just because I've had it on for the last over a year now, but it still looks great up top and it serves its purpose. Fitment is pretty decent. This is by Auto Technic, by the way. It doesn't fit as well as that one, which is crazy because this is a more expensive lip, but it does fairly line up on either side, and it looks good, and I've been happy with it. So it's been holding up really well as well. Plus this one is full carbon, whereas that is fiberglass with carbon laid on top. So I guess a little bit nicer lip, but we got the old lip back on. I feel better about that. Now I can actually drive the car, I feel like, and not have to worry about it as much. But I think I'm actually going to sell this. Probably by the time this posts, it already has sold. But I'm going to throw it up on my Instagram to see if anybody wants it, because honestly, now that I know that it doesn't really work with my car and it's just too nerve-wracking driving around with the height that I'm at, I don't think I'm probably going to put it back on, but who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know in the comments if it is sold or not. But either way, now that we got that done, I want to get this cabin filter done. So let's go ahead and get this thrown in. So this is the OEM BMW charcoal filter. So the part number is actually underneath that sticker right there. I tried taking it off, but it's just not going to work. I'm going to leave a link below for it anyway. I'm not sure what the part number is. Maybe it is that, the X03X. 0ELH3. Not 100% sure, probably not, but either way, I'm going to link this whole entire thing. I actually got it from Amazon, if you guys are wanting to do that. So let's hop into the passenger side, drop the glove box, and I'll show you how to get this done. All right, so we are on the passenger side. If you look underneath, there is 1 and then 2 on the other side. Those are 10 millimeters. We're going to go ahead and remove those. I also have a little USB or C plug in there for the Renline MagSafe mount for the phone to charge, so I got to pop that out. But just remove those 10 millimeters, and then there's some clips up top here. You just kind of pull this down, and then we'll remove this entire plastic piece, and the cabin filter is kind of right over there. So let me go ahead and remove those, and I'll show you what to do next. All right, so we got the 2 10 millimeters removed. Now we're simply just going to pop this down, just held down by some clips. Pull it down gently because of the USB over here. Oh, it just came unplugged. But just want to be careful. You don't want to yank it off. Get this out of the way. Now we also got a light right here. Just unplug it like that. Then you can remove this whole piece. All right, so now that we got that panel removed, if we look underneath, sorry, it's kind of hard, awkward angle, but if we look at this curved piece of plastic right here, so this, there's actually 2 T20s. There's one, kind of hard to see. Oh, there's one right there, and then one on the other side. Remove those, and then you can pull this whole entire cover down. And then we'll have access to the actual filter. So let me go ahead and remove those. Again, it's a T20, and then we can remove that cover. All right, so we got the 2 T20s off. Now you can see this clip. So we're actually going to pull, you can see, pull towards you, and it kind of comes right out. And then there is the filter. So sorry, kind of hard angle. But now you can kind of bend that out of the way, pull the filter out. Just remember the orientation. So when you pull it out, look right here to see where the airflow is. So it's pointing down, so you want to do the exact same thing, but there we go. Pretty dirty. We'll do a comparison between the new one, but there it is. All right, so there is the old one. Again, I don't know when this was replaced last. I wonder if there's a, yeah, there's a date, 8/11/21. So I don't know if that was when it was changed, but this one at least I guess is what, 3 years old now. So about time to change it. So let's go ahead, open this one up. Again, it's the exact same thing. Kind of hard to notice the difference because they're both charcoal, but we want it in the same orientation like that, so the airflow is going to be facing down. But let's see, this one have a date on it? Yeah, 6/2/24. So this was made this past June, and this one was 8. Sorry, was that 8 or yeah, 8/11/21. So if we look in there, definitely some dirt. Not the end of the world. Oh, there we go. There's some nice dirt in there. When I took my wife's out, I'll throw up a picture for you guys so you guys can see a difference. That one was gross. That had like 35,000 miles on it. So not too pretty, but this one's not too bad. Obviously you can see a little bit of a color difference between the two. It's the exact same thing. So this is what it looks like new, and this is the when it's used up. But so now what we gotta do is just kind of finagle it back the same way. So you're actually going to be putting it this way. So the arrow is actually going to be facing the front of the car, just in case you guys get a little confused. But let's go ahead and throw that back in there, put the T20s back in, the 10 millimeters, and we'll be set. All right, guys, that is done. A little awkward just because of the position and everything. You gotta kind of bend all awkwardly, but that is done. Got a fresh new cabin filter in the car. Very, very happy about that. Again, this is something that a lot of people overlook. I guarantee you, probably half of you don't even know something like that is in there. So I highly recommend changing that out because, again, that's the air that you breathe and that comes through the vents up here. So having some fresh air and everything, especially a charcoal filter, which works very, very well. Definitely recommend it. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap it up. Again, just one of those nights I was getting some stuff done. I wasn't even going to film, but figured I would show you that I'm changing up the lips because I'm sure a lot of you be like, wait, what's going on? That's a different lip because you had the you just installed that one. And also the cabin filter. I like reminding people of that stuff because, again, not many people know that it's there, and probably you don't even know to change that out. So now that you know, you guys are going to change it out and get some fresh air in the car. But yeah, I'm going to leave a link below for the cabin filter. I'll also leave a link below for that lip and the Horizon one, the J style. If you guys are interested and you want to run either one of those, I'll throw them down in the description below. Super happy. Car's looking fresh, driving great, looking great. I'm very happy with the progress. It does need a wash very badly. May be doing a wash and talk very, very soon. I haven't washed it since Impact, and that was a lot of driving, so it's pretty decently clean, but it can definitely use a wash. You can tell on the windshield and also the kind of back here, all the dust. But we will get it washed up very, very soon, hopefully this weekend. But as for this one, guys, that is going to do it. Again, everything that I use in this video is going to have links below in the description. If you guys have any other questions, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.